Well, this front lawn sucks. So let's see if a late season mini reno can fix it up. G'day and welcome to a new video, one that hopefully has a happy outcome in the weeks to come. And look, if you've watched a few of my videos before, I'll keep it brief, but in short, this front lawn, all 5 sections, have always struggled to grow nice grass since we moved in. I've done renovations, I've done soil tests, I've made big improvements. Last video, I applied sulfate of ammonia to try and bring down or continue to bring down my soil pH. In terms of, if you watch that video, recapping on that, I think applying that product in summer, because look, I can't stress enough, and I was really happy with how much I really soaked the lawn, but still in some patches, they're just little tiny bits of burn, which is not too concerning because there's still enough good weather for it to come back. But yeah, it is a difficult product, especially in the heat of summer. When that soil temperature is really hot, you know, getting some warm days. We've just come off 3 days in a row of above 37 degrees. So yeah, you do have to be careful with that product, but I have been doing things like that. I did neglect it for a little bit, so I'm really supercharging this front lawn now, giving it a mini reno now to finish off the season, and hopefully it's going to bounce back really well. Got some areas over here where I have not been doing enough hand watering throughout the season to make them do well. As you can see here, a little bit of leaf burn through the back here. Despite the seed head, got some really good green growth through here. This top section and this middle section here have always been the best, really. And yeah, we'll be doing a bit of sprigging later in the video, and it's going to be from pretty much this nice section of lawn, trying to do something with the nature strip over there, which probably not a secret because it's probably in the title or in the thumbnail, something like that. But yeah, going to be trying fixing up the nature strip, especially because that's where the worst part is. Hand watered this section a week ago, and I stood over the top of it and absolutely drowned it, and I was pretty happy with how much what I felt like I'd hand watered, but still a little bit of a singe there, which is just frustrating. I've had this tiny little patch here, and I've just been keeping an eye on it for months, and it quite simply just refuses to fill in. So I'll top dress it a little bit and I'll put a couple of sprigs in there. But yeah, this nature strip right now on camera, I don't think it looks too bad from this perspective, but I've been digging out by hand heaps of paspalum recently. When I had the aerator here the other week for my back lawn renovation, I actually did run across this front lawn and aerate it. It's by far the worst soil and the worst section of this front lawn. And there have been some sizable bits of paspalum that I've been pulling out of here. So like sections like this has now become really bumpy, and there's clearly no kikuyu there. It is on struggle street for sure. So areas like this, hopefully, are going to really benefit from a little top dress, a sprig, a scalp, and yeah, some recovery watering. And yeah, look, it's hard to describe really well, but sometimes with a struggling lawn, like, good advice is just regular mowing, watering, apply some good fertilizer, but sometimes it just feels like, you know, scalping away some of the dead crap and scarifying it, maybe going on to aerate and top dress as well, just really helps it with all the recovery watering that gets done come back really nice. And that's what I'm hoping for. Some beautiful, clean, fresh growth, nice recovery watering to bring it back to life. I think it's completely out of reach for me to have a lawn this winter with kikuyu as nice as I had last winter when I overseeded with rye, but we'll give it a go. So don't have too long this afternoon to get this started, so we'll see how much I can get done and just rip into it, scalping it down, straight down to a number 2. See, just for context here for some of my renovation content from when I did my back lawn, for example right here on this little section, to just go, oh yeah, I'll just quickly do a number 3, and I think that'll make the number 2 a bit easier. And then right now, if I wanted to clean this up, because there's just a bit of crap everywhere, so if I was just to be like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna whip over this one more time to pull up all the crap before I scarify, that's gonna take me 2 minutes, whereas on the back, to do that entire lawn, to just, I'll just whip over it, is 40 minutes. So yeah, it just, I don't know, even though it's all grass and it's all lawn renovation, it just, yeah, it's very, very different on the big wide open spaces of that massive back lawn compared to this front section for sure. So 2 scarifiers done over there and all cleaned up, and gave a little sprinkle of water. Over here, second scarifier done, and you can just see all this, you know, just gross, dead stuff. That's all it is. And so pulling up some of these excess stolons and things as well, which is great. Thinning out, and yeah, the recovery watering is going to go beautifully here. So this is me as well, just double tripod. I really don't like recording on the front lawn that much, but you know what, you just got to embrace it and be confident. So yeah, I'll clean up the scarifyings on the nature strip now. I'm only going to leave that at 1 scarify, I have decided. Yeah, I'll clean this one up as well and just go back across it again on a number 2. So just cleaning up at that lower scalp height as much as possible. I'll probably get onto those sections this arvo, see how I go for time, but yeah, pretty quick and easy on the front lawn, to be honest. It's yeah, it just feels a lot easier than the grind of the back lawn. Rightio, a little bit sunnier today, which is very, very nice. And look, Wednesday in the end turned out to be a bit of a nightmare of a day. So the rain just kept coming. I put it off in the morning. I was like, yeah, I'll have a go. I kept pushing through. I took off, you know, the catcher, did a few bits and pieces to try and push through. In the end, it just started raining so much. I was like, nah, today is dust, no chance. And if you only get one thing from this video, never try to renovate your lawn when it's wet. It's just not worth it. But today I've come out and I have scalped and scarified these 2 sections. They're now scarified twice each, these 2. So they're down to the level that I want them. A nice little bit of leaf there, which is fantastic. Just now I have applied and spread the Lawn Tips Proliferate granular fertilizer. It's a fantastic balance of nutrients in that. I do want to apply it again one more time before winter. So I've gone at a slightly lower rate of around about 1.5 kilos per 100 square meters. And that for strengthening the root system, and you know, a struggling lawn is going to be a fantastic product to get out there. I've then also sprayed a wetting agent and pre-emergent. So the pre-emergent is preventing most of our common weeds for 6 months, especially winter grass. People hate winter grass. I hate winter grass. I haven't had winter grass since I've been using this product, which is fantastic. I used it at probably about 35 mils per 100 today. It says 40. I've previously used it at 30 mils per 100 and not had winter grass. So just my experience here on my lawn, my climate. The wetting agent is my final application for the season, and I want to get that out just to help in this recovery, be absorbing water nice and efficiently. The pre-emergent needs to be watered in within 7 days, the wetting agent within a few hours. So I'll get watering straight away, and I need to be getting lots of water, you know, onto this lawn now. And I did also, you see what I'm wearing here in this video, follow all label rates as closely as possible for the equipment and things that I've got in terms of PPE, etc. And always looking to do the right thing there and follow those label rates, you know, how the product is intended to be used. And with these things as well, once they've dried on the leaf, they are safe for re-entry. And so now these 4 sections, I just need to get onto watering and watering those products. It's hard to see maybe on camera, but there's definitely a nice green tinge across here, which is now 3 days post-reno. But I want to do some sprigging on this nature strip. You can see where I did a little bit the other day. I'll show you the process, and I've also got another spot here that's really bare where I want to try and get some stolons in there. But the problem is that pre-emergent will also stop not only weeds from emerging and put a barrier in the soil for roots to grow, but it will also stop new seed from growing, and you shouldn't apply to new turf when it's trying to establish down into the soil. You know, there's a few different instances there where you shouldn't use it, including sprigging. But what I'm planting here is these little bits of stolons. And what I have done is avoided spraying those spots with pre-emergent. So I've scattered them out. Now look, I should also say there's a whole heap, as you can tell there, it's not just pure sprigs, there's a whole heap of thatch and leaf and just debris and crap in there as well. So this is not doing a fantastic job for leveling this exact spot, but I am just really hoping that some of those little bits of root system will grab on there in some form where I maybe haven't pre-emerged, if nothing else, because there are little bits of kikuyu through these bare spots that I've gone on the most. If nothing else, what I have put there is going to be nice organic matter, which is going to provide some sort of mulch effect to help in some way. It's really, there's some sort of saying about throwing shit at a wall and hoping it sticks, or I don't know, something like that. So yeah, that's about what's going on there. So now what I'm going to do is top dress the rest of this nature strip. Part of that is, like I talked about earlier, pulling out a lot of paspalum has created a few little divots. It's also going to help provide room for those stolons to spread into and to fill in naturally, which is what I really want it to do. Top dressing is also going to trigger me to water more. It's going to be, you know, seeing that sand and where it clears up and everything and where the sandy bits are. It's just going to probably force me to water a bit more and look after it. So that to me is a positive. So just grab some sand, chuck it out and water in those products. So I really do enjoy top dressing by hand. It is good fun, but as you can see, got a sprinkler going there, got a sprinkler going up the top. Top dressing relatively light. This will rub in quite nicely. And yeah, to be honest, there's not much left to say. I've got high hopes for this lawn. You know, going through autumn into winter, I'm optimistic, partially realistic as well. We'll see what happens. But yeah, keep the water on it. Updates in future videos to come. And yeah, thank you for watching. Be a little bit more action on this one on the way out. So keep watching if you want to see it at the end. But yeah, thank you. Please subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Fan? Who knows?